takes me 5 minutes total for me to post one video to multiple platforms. I do that a couple times a day. So in 30 minutes or less a day, you are generating consistent leads for your business on a daily basis. Who doesn't want that?
You're listening to Flip Empire, the show committed to helping real estate entrepreneurs who want to build their empire without sacrificing their life. Your success and freedom starts now with your host, Alex Pardo.
All right, everybody, I got my buddy Sean Christopher back for round 2 on the Flip Empire show. So with that being said, if you have not had an opportunity to hear Sean's episode, which was the previous one, don't hop off now, because we're gonna provide so much value. And I truly believe Sean was just sharing with me how he knows that what he's going to share on this particular podcast episode can completely change your business, right? From not just from a lead generation perspective, but from the amount of revenue that you're going to be able to collect from implementing a strategy that is 100% free. So I'm going to defer to him. We're going to get into that in a few minutes. But Sean is also an expert when it comes to just health and wellness, and he's very passionate about that subject. And even though this is called the Flip Empire Show and we talk about business and lifestyle design, none of that matters unless you have your health. And so I definitely, after you watch this, I highly encourage you to watch the previous episode with Sean, because he jam-packed it, 30, 35 minutes or so with just so much valuable information that if you just implemented, half of that would completely change your life and just the way that you feel, the way that you live, your overall lifestyle. So with that being said, Sean, dude, welcome back to the show, man.
I'm excited to be here, brother. Thank you, my friend. Amazing. Alex, I appreciate you, brother. I really enjoyed last week, man. That was a blast. And just had fun. For those that missed it, guys, if you're not prioritizing your health, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And I don't want to always equate everything to money, but if you're an entrepreneur, you want to make money and grow your business. But the life that you are forfeiting with your family because you're not making good health choices is monumentally huge. And a lot of people don't think about it that way. And, Alex, I didn't share this with you last time, but one of the biggest things for me on my health journey was I was in the backyard playing with my kids one day. This was like 15 years ago, and I was gasping out of breath because I was out of shape. And I was like, I'm a dad and I have to step up the plate for my kids. That's right. And that was ultimately what was my decision in taking control of my health. So I want to encourage those watching, take that seriously, man. You only got one body, one life. We get one shot at this thing, live it to the fullest and just make better choices. It's what it's all about, man.
Amen, dude. Well said. Well, I think that is a perfect transition into part 2 and why I wanted to have you on. So guys, just to kind of like whet your appetite a little bit here. Sean, correct me, dude, because I don't have the exact numbers, but let's just say Sean is very well known online. And if you follow him on Instagram, which will include his Instagram handle and all that in the show notes page, let's just say that Sean, on the regular, his reels get 10 plus million views.
Yeah.
Right. 10 plus. But when I say plus, I'm not talking like just slightly over 10. I think some of his reels have hit 13, 14, 15 million views or something crazy like that. So think about having an audience, right, of 10 to 15 million people. Now, admittedly, that doesn't happen overnight, right? Like that takes a lot of consistency. Sean obviously puts out very valuable content that is engaging, that is entertaining, and that people want to follow him. But this is 100% free, the strategy that Sean is going to share with you, and it's leveraging social media. Now, before I hand the baton over to Sean, because he's the expert in this area, and God knows I have a lot that I can learn from him, just not just health, but social media. And I don't feel like I do a very great job of promoting myself and my business on social. I want to go ahead and speak immediately to those who are like instantly turned off when they hear social media. I know a lot of people that have a love-hate relationship with social media. I know people that just don't leverage it at all. Just have an open mind, have an open heart. Sean's a great dude, high energy, and he's not any more special than you, just like I'm not any more special than you. Anybody can do this. So even if you're camera shy or you feel awkward, uncomfortable, like suspend that belief for a second and just be open to the next half hour of content that I truly believe can change your business in a meaningful way. So dude, That was a long-winded way to kind of hand the baton to you, but social media, right? Like where do we start? Because social media, we can go in a million different directions, but social media has really changed your business and has given you a massive audience and platform that now you can speak to on a daily basis. So I don't even know what to ask you, but where do we need to start when it comes to leveraging social media to explode our business?
Well, Alex, first of all, thank you again, brother, because I just appreciate you so much. And I cannot sit here and say enough good things about you because I just have so much respect for you and the work that you've done over the years and a person who prioritizes their family and their faith. And so, brother, I applaud you and thank you for being an example to many of us out there. So I applaud you for that, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Guys, here's the thing. What I think, Alex, where we need to start is a lot of people don't understand. They cannot correlate. Because social media for many years, TikTok, there was like young teenagers dancing on TikTok all the time. We don't fully understand social media. And let me just drop one very, very quick bit of knowledge on your audience. Guys, I use social media to make $1 million my second year in real estate. Yes, second year. Now, I realize that is unheard of, but I passed a little over $1 million only my second year in real estate. I got into real estate wholesaling. I was flipping houses. I was wholesaling. And I decided to utilize social media. This was back, 10, almost 15 years ago, Alex. And I started running ads on social media. I started putting content out there on social media. And I started having people reach out to me because they liked my content. And they said, I want to do business with you. I like you. That's why you need to get yourself out there on social media. You need to create a brand for yourself so that people get to know you, like you, and trust you. That's what social media does for you. It's your billboard, right? And so I am known as the health guy on social media. And it's funny what you said about being well known, because I kind of am, and it's really hilarious because I when I first started getting well known on social media, it was kind of a blessing and a curse, man, because I started having ex-girlfriends I hadn't talked to in 20 years reach out to me and say, bro, it was like I had this one ex-girlfriend reach out to me. I hadn't talked to her in 25 years. She was one of my high school girlfriends. She goes, how are you famous on social media for freaking goldfish crackers? And I'm like, I know, it's crazy,
That's
man.
hysterical, dude. That's amazing.
And like last night, some friends of mine who I see on a regular basis, their family is from India. All right. They sent me a message last night saying, my family in India is talking about your videos on social media about health. And it was a video about being careful using tea bags because tea bags are sprayed with microplastic. So anyways, it's a blessing. And every single person that's watching this, if you have the courage to put yourself out there, and it takes courage, man. It does. It takes courage because not everyone is willing to actually find the courage within them to put themselves out there on social media, because it can be a little intimidating. But when you do that, and it's just consistency, because Alice, I appreciate what you said. I am no one special, you guys. I am special for one reason and one reason only. Well, two reasons. One, because of whose I am, who my father is.
That's right.
And so because I am God's, I am special. But I'm also special because I actually just believe in being disciplined and consistent, and that doesn't make me special. That's just me making a decision to be disciplined and consistent. We all have the ability to make that decision, right? And so I just want those of you that are watching, Alex and I are going to dig into the meat of this in just a second. But guys, $1 million in my second year in real estate, and I'm not anyone special. I'm just consistent, right? So, and guys, want to hear something cool? I get all kinds of free shit all the time because of my presence on social media. I mean, it's really cool.
That's
so
amazing.
I got to go to the Amen Clinic. Dr. Daniel Amen scanned my brain at the Amen Clinic in Los Angeles because we did a collaboration together. It didn't cost me a penny. It was all because of my presence on social media. I did an interview with a kid named Sean Michael Kelly, who's got 25 million followers on social media. It was all my social media presence. I've gotten people that have literally just said, please stay at our Airbnb or stay at our hotel for free. And it's all the social media thing, and that's all cool, right? That's all cool. My kids love it. They think it's cool that dad's famous on social media, right? So you can become a hero in your own home, right? But
amazing.
At the end of the day, guys, it has afforded me a lifestyle that I never dreamed possible until this happened, right? And I am so grateful for that. God has blessed me so immensely. And guys, here's the thing too. Like, if you're a little intimidated to go out there and do this, just pray. Just say, hey, God, give me the courage to step out and to do this, because I know that it can produce some amazing results. Yeah. And if you decide not to do it, you decide not to do it. That's cool. Enjoy watching Alex and I shoot the shit for a little bit here, So
that's right.
But it's a blessing, and I'm happy to share with those today watching some very easy, tangible things that they can do, Alex, to catapult their presence on social media. It's all about leads, guys. Leads. If you're a business owner and you need leads, social media is one of the most amazing, mind-blowing, free ways to get leads. So I love it when I hear people complaining, well, it's not working for me. Shut the hell up, figure it out, and make it happen, because it's free. Did I say free? It's free.
You said free. And so I'm just going to go ahead and expound upon that point, is that we're not going to be talking about like paid ads and like crazy, right, like funnels and all this like techie stuff that like just kind of like, it's just not my jam. Right. So we're just talking about like literally using your smartphone and creating a quick short message and then posting it. Now, Sean will be one of the first to tell you that it has to be consistent. But Sean, for people listening, like, this can 100% be used no matter what your business is, right? Because I think a lot of people sometimes think that social media is better, like if you have a coaching or an information business or something like that. But obviously a lot of people that listen to this show are active real estate investors. This can 100% be used to drive leads for the real estate investing business as well, right?
Yeah. Well, and Alex, that's the whole point. So when I was doing real estate years ago, and I still do it in a bit of a capacity now, we're actually just doing more cause-based real estate. I'm actually building a shelter for human trafficking victims here in Louisville. But incredible. The whole thing with social media, brother, is that your audience is on your ideal audience is on social media. You know that they are. Now, you might not know exactly where they are, but you know that your ideal audience is on social media, because everyone is on social media, right? Mm-hmm. So if you know that your audience is on social media and you're on social media, wouldn't it make sense that if you can figure out a way to get in front of them, you're going to grow your business, right? But it's all about leads. I don't give a damn what business you're in. So business owners, entrepreneurs that are watching this, I want to ask you a question. And I already know what the answer is. Would you benefit by generating more leads to your business? Yes, of course you would. Would you really freaking absolutely love it if it was free? Yes, of course you would. Listen, grab those listening ears right now and listen to every word I'm about to say. And I'm not saying that to pat myself on the back, but I grew a following a little over 1 million on social media, and my goal is to get to 3 million before the year's over. But it's all using Reels, Alex. Reels are one of the most amazing, mind-blowing ways to get a message out there on social media. It's a video, for those that don't know what a Reel is. Mm-hmm. And you literally pick up your phone, Alex. You record yourself talking for about 15 to 30, maybe 45, 60 seconds. If you're me, you probably talk a little bit longer because I can talk. And you just record yourself on video. And there is a method for how you want to post that video. And I'll share that in a minute. But you just record yourself with your smartphone and you post the video to social media. I post it to a couple different platforms. It takes me 5 minutes total for me to post one video to multiple platforms. I do that a couple times a day. So in 30 minutes or less a day, you are generating consistent leads for your business on a daily basis. Who doesn't want that, man?
Wow. Okay. So there's a lot that I want to just unpack and ask you. And by the way, selfishly, I want to learn along with the audience as well.
Yeah.
So is there a sweet spot in terms of the time of the video? I heard you say anything between 50 seconds and 15 seconds and a minute. Is there a sweet spot that says, hey, your video is most likely to get watched? And we'll get into like how to engage them and what to talk about. But like, is there a sweet spot as far as the length of time?
There is, Alex. The sweet spot is under 60 seconds. Okay. But here's the thing. Really what you want to do is you want to mix it up. You're going to get a lot more views on your shorter videos. So I do a lot of 30-second videos, and my 30-second videos are always what I get the most views on. And there's also ways that you can manipulate the algorithm to get people to watch your videos. So for example, one of my hacks is what I'll do is I'll record like for example, I just recorded a video at Walmart a few minutes ago talking about Pop-Tarts and how horrible Pop-Tarts are for kids. So Pop-Tarts have high fructose corn syrup, very dangerous. They have a chemical called TBHQ, which is very dangerous for kids. It's dangerous for human beings in general. So what I did, Alex, in the video is I held up a thing of Pop-Tarts and I basically said, parents, if you're feeding this to your kids, you got to know this is dangerous stuff here. And then what I say is read the caption below for a full description of why that they are bad for you and your children. So then what I do, Alex, is I sit down and spend, 3 or 4 minutes just typing out on my computer a little description based on what I got up here about why I know this is bad for people to eat. Mm-hmm. And then I put that in the caption of the video. So my video is only about 15 seconds long, right? But the bulk of the content I'm actually putting in the caption of the video rather than me speaking it out verbally. What that does is that gets more people watching my video because it increases their watch time. So it's a really simple, easy hack that you can implement. So Alex, for you, you could say, here are 10 ways to get more leads for when you're looking to purchase real estate wholesaling deals, right? Or mm-hmm. So if you're a wholesaler and you're trying to get more deals under contract, here are 10 ways you can do that. So you could record yourself saying, hey guys, Alex here. Here's 10 amazing ways that have helped me become a multimillionaire as a real estate wholesaler. Read the caption below. And then you write out in the caption your 10 ways. And as they're reading through that, Alex, the video is playing on a loop and it's just getting more views, more views, more views, and more views. So what does that do for you? As your audience is sitting there absorbing your content, you're just racking up better cred, so to speak, in the mm-hmm. algorithm. And your video is getting more and more views, so it's pushing it out to more and more people. So that's a really simple, easy hack that you can implement. But then a lot of times, brother, I'll just sit there on my phone and talk for 30 to 60 seconds, sharing something of value with people that they want to listen to. So as long as I'm engaging my audience, I'm talking about something that matters to them, mm-hmm. and I'm delivering good, valuable content, they're going to want to listen to what I have to say. And then there's hacks that we can implement, like I just shared a minute ago, where it's an easy little hack that you can utilize that will help get more views to your video. So, and I got all kinds of hacks like that, right?
And so when you talk about the captions, are you talking about like when you watch a video and you actually see the captions, like the words on the video, or are you talking about like in the post? You're telling people
in the post. So technically speaking, the caption is what is written in the post. But that's a great question, brother, because I can see how because the words that are on the screen are called the captions also, right?
Correct.
So that they technically call the verbiage that's in the written part of the video when you're typing it out, they call that the caption. But you just say read below. I just say, so what I do, Alex, is I just say make sure and I point below. People need very specific, dummy-proof instructions, right? I'm learning that. Y'all are not taking brain health seriously enough because I roll my eyes at some of the questions I get from people. I'm telling you, we got to start eating better foods to improve our brain health. But I just say read the caption below, and I point just so I'm like dummy proofing it for people. Yep. But I digress in saying that what you just said is a very important point too, because the words that are on the video, Alex, are what grab people's attention. So the very first thing they see when they go to your video, that is the single determining. And I don't say this for people to be like, oh shit, like this is a lot. It is, but there's really easy ways around it. And again, that's why you have me, because like I went in our group with Tom the other day and put a bunch of hooks mm-hmm. that I have used that will help people get more views on their videos. So the verbiage that's on the very beginning of the video is what's called the hook. Mm-hmm. And the hook is the first step in really attracting that person's attention. So what you say in the hook has to really grab their attention, but simultaneously it kind of has to coincide with what you're showing on the screen as well, right? Yep. So now I will preface that by saying there's a lady who I actually paid a lot of money to at one point to teach me how to do these reels. And she actually reached out to me not long ago and said, how the hell are you doing what you're doing? Because so what she was surprised about, Alex, is most of my videos, I don't do anything fancy. And this is really encouraging for those of you watching. Like this is literally living proof that good content is all you need. You don't need the gimmicks. You don't need the bullshit hats. You don't need to be doing somersaults and stupid dances. Like good content good, valuable, knowledgeable, informative content will grab people's attention. So brother, for like a year and a half, I literally did nothing but phone Sean, talk for 30 to 60 seconds. That's it. So everyone else is saying, do somersaults and jump through hoops and run towards the video and grab their attention. I'm just standing there talking, man. So but that should be really encouraging for your audience, who's largely real estate people, because you don't have to come up with some super fancy schmancy idea and just be you. Just be you. Just be real. Be you. That is what the world wants to see. They just want to see you. They don't need anything special. They don't need something fancy. They just need you. Show up as you with the knowledge that you have. You are valuable. You are knowledgeable. I guarantee you that the knowledge you have, I don't care who you are, whatever you're knowledgeable about, I guarantee you know more than 90% of the rest of the world does on your topic, regardless of how much you know about the topic. So share that information and share it consistently, and then follow the formula that I teach with the hook, and we'll talk about the rest of it in a minute. But follow the basic formula that I teach for these reels, and you will catapult with success. And then don't give up, because if you try a couple of videos and then come back and say, oh, it didn't work. No, you didn't work. It didn't work. You didn't work. That's right. You're going to do 2 or 3 videos.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of saying, hey, I'm going to eat healthy for a day and I expect to feel completely different. Or I expect to go to the gym for a week and say, hey, I'm going to have now 8% body fat and a 6-pack. Well, no, it doesn't work that way. It requires consistency over time, right? So a couple things I want to ask you before I get to the hook and the rest of your formula. I heard you say, recording a 15, 30-second video saying, hey, here are the top 3 or the top 5 or the top 10 ways. Read below in the description or in the captions. And then I also heard you say sometimes there's a 30, 60-second video of you just talking. Have you found that varying the type of message or how you the format of the video is different, or do you have a formula for that, or do you just kind of do whatever you feel like doing at that moment?
Well, my formula is basically really simple, Alex, and I'm really glad you asked that. Thank you. It's problem, solution. And I know that doesn't surprise you to hear me say that, because I'm guessing that's probably a large part of how you run your business on a day-to-day basis, right?
That's right.
If someone has a problem in your business, they may be going through a divorce, a bankruptcy, whatever the case may be, and they need to sell their house, and you present a solution to purchase that house for a cash price, right? So that's your audience. Your audience may have a number of different problems. You have the solution. So it goes the same thing. So now I'm a health coach and I also teach social media, but it's the same concept for any industry. It does not matter what industry you're in. What is a problem that you have a solution to? So your hook, Alex, is going to be focused on the problem. And then the content of the video is you presenting the solution to the problem. You can present that in a number of different ways. You can talk about the solution. You can present it, like I said, in the caption below. You can present that in a number of different ways. And so it's all about problem solution. And that has been the key, really, 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 really crucial key for me in growing my 1 million+ followers on social media, is I'm always talking about a problem they have, and I present the solution. But here's the other thing, and this is where this gets really, really good. You have to get really good at pre-overcoming their objections. And what I mean by that is, we all know that our clients are going to have objections when it comes to working with us. I'm sure you deal with that on a daily basis, brother. And so you as the entrepreneur, as the business owner, you have to get really good. Now, you can use ChatGPT for this. If you don't have an answer to this, go to ChatGPT and say, hey, give me a list of 20 objections that my target audience may be facing when it comes to going through a divorce or bank, whatever. You're gonna talk a little bit about a potential problem that your target audience would have, and then how you present the solution to them. So you want to really dig into their problems, right? So if you don't have the ability yet, maybe you're new to the business, right? Maybe you're a new wholesaler. You don't need, your buddy put 12 grand in his pocket because he wholesaled a house, and you're like, holy shit, I gotta do this. You went to an REI meeting, you jumped into wholesaling, you have no clue what you're doing. Awesome, doesn't matter. And most people would use that as an excuse to not do anything. But what you do is you just figure out what their problems are, and you just ask people. So I'll tell you, before there was good old ChatGPT, what I did as a real estate wholesaler, because I used to do what you do, I went to all the REI meetings. I just talked to everyone. Hey guys, what problems are you solving for your target audience? Because if you can know what problems you have the ability to solve, know what problems your target audience has, you know what problems you have the ability to solve, and that's where you come over as a person of influence and a person of who is of value that they want to know. Right. Because you have a solution to their problem. Think about that, guys. This is so damn easy. We overcomplicate this.
Yep.
They have a problem. You have a solution. You talk about it. I can boil all of social media down to that, Alex. They have a problem. You have a solution. You talk about it, and you articulate to them how you solve the problem, and you overcome their objections, because before they even talk to you, they already got objections going on in their head. So you got to preempt that by saying, and here's the thing: when you know what their objections are going to be, and you talk about it before they even talk about it. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's gold right there, baby.
That's right. That's the magic formula. Well,
yeah, because I love holy shit, you already knew. I'm like, yeah, I've been dealing with you people for 20 years now.
Well, what is it? What is it? Internet marketing or just marketing guru and genius Dan Kennedy has taught us is that we want to enter the conversation already going on inside the minds of our prospects.
Yes.
Right. Yes. And I love what you just shared. And I really want to encourage people to just maybe rewind the last 3 or 4 minutes, because Sean, what you just outlined was, if somebody's listening to this and they haven't done their first real estate deal, right? You can just leverage ChatGPT to figure out like, hey, what are the challenges that homeowners in your particular county or city are having? Like, what are some of the levels of distress? Like whether it's circumstantial, financial, physical, whatever the case might be. And then like, what are the issues they're having? And then figure out what solutions are. So I love that you planted the seed of, hey, the hook is the problem, right? It draws them in, and then give them some of your best stuff, right? Like, I think oftentimes, Sean, people underestimate the knowledge that they have, or they just take it for granted.
I agree, brother. I agree.
And you know more than most people in your particular niche, whatever you want to call it. You're, even if you haven't done any deals, but you've been studying, you've been accumulating all this like information, you probably know more than the average Joe walking the street about real estate, about wholesaling, about self-storage, or whatever it might be. So don't discount, don't say, oh, I'm not worthy, or I'm not good enough, or who am I to share, right? Like, imposter syndrome is something we could talk about in another episode. People deal with that. But like, don't let that get in the way of getting out there, getting a little bit uncomfortable. And look, one thing I'll share with you that hopefully is going to encourage people. I remember, Sean, my first, 10, 15 podcast episodes way back in 2016. Like, I would actually encourage people to go back and listen. Like, I probably wasn't very polished. I remember feeling very nervous. I remember being in my head about, well, how am I going to sound? How am I going to look? All these like BS questions and stories you come up with. And now, dude, I can hop on a podcast with pretty much anybody and just like, I can just roll with it, right? Yeah. It's not because, again, I'm special or anything. It's just consistency over time. And then you get comfortable with things, right? It's no difference if you're speaking in public or if you're recording a video for social media. So just put yourself out there, because you have a free way to get in front of hundreds, if not thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or millions of people in Sean's case, right? Just being consistent.
Yeah. And the other thing too, man, is that, so one thing I really want to encourage people, I already know, everyone that's watching this, I already know what you're thinking. Now there's a select few of you that are like, oh man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rock this. This guy is amazing. I love this. Alex is incredible. Thank you for bringing me this crazy dude who talks a lot. No, like, here's the thing, man. Like, the negative self-talk is already starting. I already know you guys are watching this and you're already convincing yourself that you can't do this. You're coming up with all the reasons in your head why you can't do it. You're not sure if you're good on camera. You don't know if you're good looking enough. You blah, blah, blah. I want to share a story with you guys. When I first started doing this 2 years ago, you want to hear the funniest thing ever? And this is going to make you laugh, and I hope this encourages people. So 2 years ago, when I started doing this social media stuff, right now, mind you, I'm a health coach, okay? Bro, so you just made me think of this because you said go back and watch your videos. So here's the kicker to Sean. This is why no one on the planet that's watching this has one freaking excuse to not do this. Bro, when I first started doing this, I'm a health coach, okay? I was fat. Bro, I kid you not. Bro, I go back and I look at my videos and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I was fat and I was trying to tell people to buy my weight loss program. I'm like, oh my Lord. I didn't see it. I didn't see it at the time. Now I'm at the age of 50. I'm literally in the best shape I've ever been in my life right now. I won't take my shirt off for you, Alex. But
it's good, because I wasn't going to ask you, but all right.
I don't want to torment you. No, but seriously, like here's the thing. So like I go back, right, and I look at that, And I think, holy shit, man, I am so glad that I had the courage to just put myself out there regardless, because then I wouldn't have what I had now. So if you're watching this and you're a little intimidated by this, do it anyways. Do it afraid, man. Do it afraid, because it'll change your life, man. It'll change your life. I mean, every person that's watching this can change their life by implementing this stuff. It just takes daily consistency, man.
I love it, dude. I love it. Hey there, stop. I promise to get you back to the show, but let me ask you a couple of questions. Are you happy with the money that you're making in your real estate business? Are you generating any cash flow? Are you building wealth? Do you feel like you're making progress? Or are you just constantly chasing deals and going after the next transaction and the next transaction? Well, I can tell you from personal experience that there's an easier way, and it's not with single family homes. I believe that self-storage is the best asset class in real estate, hands down, because we're not dealing with tenants, toilets, there's automation, it's a recession-resistant asset class, and it's a business that has the benefits of real estate. If what you're ultimately after is cash flow, building wealth, and time freedom, I want to invite you to just take a few minutes to apply. Go to www.storagewins.com, where you can learn more about our Storage Wins coaching program. And I can help you generate cash flow from your first storage facility within the next 6 to 12 months without needing to use your money or even needing any experience. So head over to www.storagewins.com. And if we like what you have to say, we'll schedule a call, and I look forward to connecting with you. Now back to the show. I want to ask you a few technical questions, and you're probably
please do,
because it's not very technical, but you talk about how it takes you 5 minutes a day, and you can record a video, you can create a caption or a description or a post, whatever you want to call it, and put it out there. Like, what tools are you using to get it across multiple social media platforms, or are you just actually going to each one and posting it?
So I am using a couple different tools that I will recommend to everyone. I'll tell you what, let me do this. Let me explain in about 2-3 minutes here. Mm-hmm. This is the anatomy of a reel, how you do a reel. And this and then I will also explain the tools I use to do it. So you have to have an idea, right? And the idea comes from a problem that you have a solution to, right? So you're going to have a hook on the screen that is going to talk about the problem. And then the content of the video is what you're going to actually talk about the solution to the problem, right? You want to do a couple of things with your video. You want to put a trending song with the video, but you want to turn the volume of the song all the way down. The song being on the video helps push your video out more into the social media world, right?
Okay.
So you want a hook. You need a song with a video, but the music is turned all the way down. You need good quality content. You need a call to action at the end of the video. You always want to have a call to action. Now, the call to action could be as simple as follow me for more tips. A lot of times I do that. I mix up my call to action. Sometimes it's follow me for more tips. Sometimes it's go to this website to get my free ebook. So that's a great way to get leads for you real estate people out there, or any of you entrepreneurs out there. You want to come up with a free gift for them, a free ebook that is. But guys, listen to this very carefully. That free ebook has got to be super loaded with good, valuable content.
Yeah, your best stuff.
You can't half-ass this. You can't sit down, because I did. I half-assed it at first. I sat down and created like a little mini 5-page guide on how to lose weight on a ketogenic diet, right? It was crap. It hardly had any information in it. It was very basic. I finally said, all right, this is dumb. I'm not giving my best, right? I'm not giving my best. And I feel like I have I have a calling on my life from God to be the best version of myself. Now, I sometimes fall very short of that. I'm not going to lie.
We all do.
But I'm always pursuing that, right? As a dad, as an entrepreneur, as a spouse, whatever the case may be. I'm not married, but maybe again someday. But here's the thing. So you got to have that hook. You're going to have the good content. You're going to put the music with it. You're going to have your call to action at the end. The call to action is going to be follow me for more tips. Go to my website. Go here, go there. You want to use social media as a way to build your leads by keeping in touch with them. You can only do that if you capture their email address by offering them something free of value, right? So that's a really solid strategy. And then you want to have hashtags in the video, and your hashtags are going to be a variety of hashtags that maybe some of the hashtags are being viewed 20,000, 50,000 times. Maybe some are 3 million, 2 million, 10 million. You want to mix up the hashtags so that you have a variety of hashtags. And that literally, Alex, in the most simplistic of terms, that literally is the anatomy of a reel. Now, the biggest thing that I want to talk for a few minutes about with your audience is arguably nothing is more important than the content, right? So, and this is where everyone gets hung up. But here's the beauty of content, right? The social media world has been out there for a while now. There's a lot of content creators out there putting out a lot of content.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way for you to come up with your content is, first of all, you have to know what matters to your audience.
Mm-hmm.
That I can't help you with. Only you can. Now I could sit down and have a conversation with you and help you figure it out. And I happen to know a lot about real estate, but you have to figure out what your audience cares about, right? Now, be willing to think a little outside the box too, because I was just talking to my buddy Chris Logan about this the other day, who you know, Alex, who's in our real estate group.
Good dude.
And I was saying one of the best I know. And I was saying to Chris, I said, buddy, you got to appeal to people that don't give a damn about real estate, because you have to understand you have an opportunity. Not everyone may be immediately interested in what you're talking about, but indirectly they might, right? So when I say that, Chris could have a bunch of people in his audience that don't give a damn about real estate, but maybe they do give a damn about making more money and doing a better job of supporting their family and having time freedom.
Yep.
So if Chris has a solution to that, who wouldn't want to listen to that, right? So and Chris will sometimes talk about, Chris is a big health guy too, like me. So he'll post a video of him working out once in a while or something. Mm-hmm. And I always tell him like that, you always want to be thinking outside the box. Because guess what? Your real estate audience does not want to hear about real estate all the time. In fact, that might be the thing they want to hear the least about. Maybe they want to hear about how to become a better dad, or how to lose weight, or how to be a better spouse, or how to be how to be better with their family, or, there's a million things that they care about. So learn what your audience cares about and talk about that. But here's the other thing too. You literally, I was just talking to a friend of mine about this the other day. She's looking to, my friend Kat is looking to start a new social media page. And she said to me, she's like, I just don't know what to talk about. Just talk about what's important to you. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. You're just sharing your life with other people. Yeah. So again, guys, this is so freaking easy. We overcomplicate it. We always overcomplicate everything, right? Yeah. And speaking of which, I want to offer one just quick little tip to people that has radically changed my life. Instead of coming up with a bunch of reasons why you can't do something, start coming up with reasons why you can do it. It'll change your life. Bro, I did that all the time. I would decide I wanted to do something, and then I'd be like, well, here's why I shouldn't do this. And finally, I felt like God said to me, Sean, are you going to sit there and convince yourself all day long that you can't do this? Or are you going to convince yourself that you can? Because what is the outcome that we want? Do I want the outcome that's going to come about if I'm continuously talking myself out of something? Or do I want the outcome if I talk myself into something? And we all know the answer to that, right?
You've shared so much value and wisdom in, however long we've been going here. And what you just shared, if people got nothing else and they got that out of it, like that is an absolute game changer, dude. Like
changed my life, man. It changed my life.
People need to learn how to quiet their inner critic, which is that voice that's always like in the back of your mind telling you like, be careful. Don't do this. Don't do that. Right. It's meant to protect you. But what you got to do is step into the greatness that God created you to be and to step into. Right. And I realize that might be easier said than done. Like you do got to get uncomfortable and put yourself out there. But that's where the growth happens. That's where the magic happens. Anybody, I don't care in what area of life, anybody who's achieved any level of success has had to fail and step into that greatness, right? Yeah. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
And it takes courage. It takes courage. It takes courage. But here's the thing. I was talking earlier about this because here's the thing. Be strong and courageous is not a suggestion in scripture. It is a command. Think about that. Mm-hmm. Be strong. And God says, he doesn't just say, I love sometimes analyzing the nuances and the verbiage in scripture. It says, be very strong and courageous. Be very strong and courageous. Now, Alex, for years, I remember reading that scripture and thinking, I ain't strong and courageous, man. But here's the thing. If God has commanded us in his word to be strong and courageous, would that not make sense that he would also give us the ability to be strong and courageous? So if he says it, he'll give you the ability to do it. And that's and same thing with do not fear. It says do not fear over 365 times in the Bible. I know it seems impossible. If he commands that, he's going to give you the ability to do it. Same thing with providing for our families. God has commanded us to be a good provider for our families. So if he commanded me to do it, he's going to give me the ability to do it. Man, that's what it's all about, baby.
Man, I'm kind of pissed at myself, and I'll tell you why. Because I have 2 or 3 more questions I want to ask you, and we can go rapid fire just to end in the next 5 minutes here or so. But like that would have been such a perfect place to end this show, because like you literally just dropped the mic on that one, man.
Do I smell part 3 coming on, man?
Possibly, man. Let me tell you that very few people over the course of 8 years have been on for part 3, but something tells me you might be breaking in, dude. So, and guys, by the way, here's what
I am so honored. Honored.
Here's what I want you guys to do.
I have looked up to you and respected you as a person of faith and family and business for many years. So I'm so honored, brother. Seriously.
Well, I mean it, man. I think you know me well enough at this point to know that I'm not going to BS you or blow smoke.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're enjoying this content, which I'm very confident in saying you are, tag us on social media. Like, share this. Let's open up a conversation. Let's open up a dialogue about whether it be health, social media, how we can like help you grow your business. So Sean, and we can go rapid fire here. Here's a quick couple things I want to ask you.
Yeah.
You talk about having having music with your reels that's played really low, a trending song, and then you talk about a call to action. Do we want to put a song on every single reel?
Yeah.
And okay, so every single reel have a song.
Yeah, just turn the volume down. Now sometimes I turn the volume up. So like for example, on those videos I was talking to you about, Alex, where I just put the words on the video and I'm not actually talking. So like I may record a video. I'll give you a good example. I may record a video of me. There's this walking bridge. I live in Louisville, Kentucky. There's a walking bridge that goes from Louisville, Kentucky to Jeffersonville, Indiana. It goes about 500 yards across the Ohio River. And so I walk that all the time, right? So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just record a video of me walking for like 5 seconds. And then the words are just on the screen, right? So I'll say, do you struggle with losing weight? Read below, or like so I lost 100 pounds in only 4 months following a ketogenic diet. Keto's not for everyone, but it works really well. It works fast. And so I might do a video saying, do you want to know how I lost 100 pounds in only 4 months following a ketogenic diet? And I still ate carbohydrates and I didn't exercise every day and I was never hungry. Because everyone is worried about having to exercise too much. I don't understand that because I exercise every day. I've literally already exercised 2 hours today in this day. But hey, it's not for everyone, I guess. But and everyone is worried that they're going to be hungry all the time. So that's when I was talking about overcoming objections before they have them. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times in my videos, I tell people, I already know you're going to complain about having to exercise all the time. You don't have to exercise all the time, even though you should. You're never going to be hungry because the only reason you're hungry is you're eating the wrong foods. And a lot of the foods you're eating are actually chemically engineered in a factory to make you more hungry. And unbeknownst to you, the very food that you're eating that you're looking to satisfy your hunger is actually making you more hungry. So here's my solution, and I put it in the words in the thing, and that's what helps get the video more views. And that's how you got to think outside the box with these videos, right?
Okay, got it. How are you finding? And again, if we can go quick here on this, how are you finding trending music that makes sense and kind of vibes with your content?
It automatically selects it for you. So when you're creating the video, when you click on the music thing, Alec, when you click on the music button, it actually pulls up a list of songs and it tells you what are the trending songs. So you just choose one of the trending songs.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you literally just choose one of the trending. It's so easy. Now, I will very quickly say that we talked a minute ago about the content being important. I want to just quickly say this to everyone. I know that everyone struggles with coming up with content. That's why there is a billion content creators on social media right now that you can go out and look at their content and come up with ideas for your content. You don't have to recreate the wheel. Go out and find what videos are getting a lot of views that's in your genre, that is covering content you want to cover, and just get your ideas from them and replicate it in your own work. It's the easiest damn thing in the world. People rack their brains for weeks trying to come up with content. Just do a search. That's it. It's that easy. And just recreate those videos in your own words. It's so damn easy.
I love it, man. I love it.
For you real estate guys, BiggerPockets. Hello, go to the BiggerPockets Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok pages. There is a shit ton of content just on BiggerPockets that you can talk about every damn day. If you just focused on talking about BiggerPockets content, you real estate guys out there, you'd never run out of content to talk about. They got a shit ton of content.
I love it, man. And to wrap this show, dude, and this is one of those that you're going to want to go back and listen to again. But more importantly, speed of implementation. Take something you have heard and implement it today. I challenge you.
Today,
I challenge you to go post a reel like within the next 15 minutes.
Yep.
Don't overthink it. Last two questions for you. Two questions for you, Sean, before we wrap this. A, what tools do you use? And then B,
I'm sorry.
And then B, how are we going to determine what hashtags have a lot of, visitors or whatever? I'm probably using the wrong terminology, but how are we determining the hashtags? And then what are the tools that you use?
Yeah, absolutely. So you determine the hashtag. You determine the hashtags based on who your target audience is and what you are offering to them, right? So I may use hashtags of like for my health stuff. I might use weight loss I might use a hashtag like weight loss transformation, health journey, whole foods, keto, stuff like that. You're using hashtags based on who your target audience is and what you're delivering to them, right? So you may want to use a variety of hashtags that have to do with making money from home, time freedom, family freedom, stuff like that. I help people with the hashtags when they work with me, but the hashtags are important, but they aren't the most important thing. Really, the most important thing is the content, if that makes sense.
Okay, got it. And then the tools that you use?
Oh, the tools. So I use a couple of very simple tools, although I will say, guys, AI is the shit. Like, oh my God. I literally sat down last night. Alex, I spent 30 minutes last night on AI, and I probably created about a month's worth of content in 30 minutes using it. Brother, it was crazy. Amazing. I wrote blog post articles. I created videos. I created content for my existing clients to send to them. I mean, AI is amazing, man. It's the learning curve. I'm not going to lie. There's a learning curve, but depending on what you feed into it is what you get out of it. Kind of like our relationship with God, right? Oh, snap. I said that. And so the tools I use are a tool called Veed, which is now this is Apple, so it's probably gonna be a little bit different for those of you that are, for some God unknown reason, using Android. No, I'm just kidding. I honestly used to use Android all the time. I used it. Frankly, I used it because I was being cheap because there was a sale on the phone. I didn't want the expensive iPhone. But anyway, even when you make a lot of money, you still can be cheap. But Veed is one of them. And then another one is called Snaptick, Alex. So what Veed does is Veed puts the captions on the screen of the video. And then what Snaptick does is Snaptick takes your video and it downloads it and enables you to repurpose it on the other platform. So what I do, Alex, is I create my video in TikTok because I like the editing features of TikTok. And for those watching, TikTok is not for young kids anymore. 70% of all TikTok's new users are over the age of 40. So TikTok and Instagram and everything is skewing older in the thing. But Veed and Snaptick are the two biggest tools I use to put the words on the video and then to download my video to repurpose it to the other platforms. Because what I will do, Alex, is in 5 minutes, I'm able to put it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest in 5 minutes.
Incredible.
And it'll take it, for those of you watching when you first start doing this, you're going to stumble along a little bit. You'll figure it out. You'll get there. I promise you'll get there. It won't take long.
I love it, Sean. Brother, I know that you personally work with people, and guys, we're going to get you out of here on this. I know that you personally work with people on the health side. And also, guys, if Sean's kind of giving you the entire playbook here, but if you want to work with him, right, to just like really coach you through this, keep you accountable, et cetera, be able to be a support system for you, answer your questions. Sean, you had mentioned that you got something pretty cool for the audience, for anybody that might want to reach out to you and potentially work together on the health side or social media. What do you got for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So if those watching are looking, I want to just mention something very quickly. There was an interview done recently. Tucker Carlson interviewed Kaylee and Casey Means. And if you have not seen that interview, and you are a parent, I beg you to go watch that interview. Guys, we as parents are giving our children food that is literally slowly killing them. And I know some of you heard that. You roll your eyes, oh, you're just a health nut. Yeah, I am. I'm a health nut who believes in honoring God with my body and putting the right food in my body, because I had a heart attack. I had brain injury. I was 100 pounds overweight. I'm never going back to that ever again. And it's about making better decisions. So if you go to my website, lose30poundseasy.com, again, it's lose30poundseasy.com. You can get my free program that literally, it's exactly how I lost 100 pounds on keto. I teach it in great detail. It's an ebook that you download And for those who might be looking to get more information on the social media stuff, on the health stuff, my main website is alifefullyalive.com. That's alifefullyalive.com. You can listen to my podcast on there. You can read my blog on there. I got tons of free resources on there, and then I have my paid resources as well. But if you're looking to transform your business and dive into the world of social media, send me a message, and I'd love to have a conversation with you and see if it's a good fit. It's not a good fit for everyone, but I will tell you guys simply this. So I am making between 10 to 20,000. I don't know if you want me throwing out numbers, Alex.
Whatever you want. Yeah, you can.
I'm making about 10 to 20 grand a month just off Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok paying me to post my reels. That's not the business I'm getting from the leads, right?
Incredible.
So social media pays you to post your videos. It's crazy. So listen, I'll just be honest. Like, I charge a few $1,000s to coach people on this social media stuff. It's not dirt cheap, although it pales in comparison to the amount of money you're going to make on it. Yeah. But I make 20 grand a month just by Facebook and Instagram paying me.
Awesome.
That's not the leads I'm getting. I'm generating minimum 20 grand a month off my digital marketing sales. That's not considering my coaching sales. So it's very lucrative. I'm not saying this to boast or, I'm so great. I'm not. I'm just consistent and disciplined, but it's very lucrative, you guys. I can't tell you how much it's transformed my business. And whether or not you hire me or you hire someone else, I don't give a damn if you hire me or you hire someone else, but just do it, do it, because it'll change your life. It'll completely change your life, and your kids will think you're cool.
Incredible, Sean, dude. So much. We could probably break this up into a couple different episodes, but man, like, you've shared so much. Guys, I already know that you've gotten a tremendous amount of value, and what a cool thing that we get the opportunity. How grateful should we be to be able to just plug into a podcast, right? Or a YouTube channel.
Amazing, right?
And just listen to somebody who's walking the walk, who's gotten the results Sean's gotten. And then we can just extract that wisdom. And all we have to do is, first be courageous. Secondly, be consistent, and then just step out into it, and then learn and tweak and do, learn, tweak, do, just apply, execute, right? Ideas are plentiful. Execution is scarce. I forgot where I heard that or read that, but it's so true, guys. So
it's fear, brother. It's fear. We let fear hold us back in so many ways. And I'll just end with this. One of my favorite phrases is work like it depends on you, pray like it depends on God.
Yeah.
Work like it depends on you. Pray like it depends on God. It's a game changer, man.
100%, guys. So, hey, I really appreciate you. Make sure that you are, I'm going to go ahead and implement what Sean just talked about. We're going to end this show with a call to action. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Flip Empire show so that you are notified every single Monday morning when new episode gets released. We are now well into the 760 something episodes. That number doesn't matter. What's more important is that hopefully that inspires you to just be consistent with whatever you do, no matter what it is. I need to now implement what Sean has talked about and be more consistent with reels on a daily basis. So I learned just alongside you. And so, Sean, appreciate all the knowledge, brother. And we will connect, guys, on the next one. Take care.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you. Thanks, brother.
All right, my friend, I hope you enjoyed that Flip Empire episode and got a lot of value out of it. Make sure to check the show notes page for any resources that were mentioned. And speaking of resources, honestly, I don't think I've done the best job of sharing with you my top curated, highly recommended tools and resources that I use in my business or have used in my business. In some cases, these are affiliate relationships with people that I highly trust and respect. And I know these tools and resources can help you and your business go to the next level. And as an ethical bribe, if you decide to try out one of these resources using my link, I will go ahead and send you an unadvertised bonus. I'll send you something of high value. All you got to do is shoot me an email, alex@flipempire.com. Go ahead and let me know that you tried out this resource, and however I can help you getting started with that, chances are that I know it very, very well and currently use it or have used it. So make sure to check that out, flipempire.com/resources. And if I can be of help or service to you in any way, just shoot me an email, alex@flipempire.com, and I will do anything I can for you. Have an amazing day, and I'll catch you on the next show.